On the second day of Web3 Summit, the 20th of August, the highlight of the day was Edward Snowden. Of course, he spoke about privacy, about mass surveillance, and many other topics that are very interesting for the newbie in the blockchain space. I think just a person like Edward Snowden was able to reach our conscious about how are we dealing with the technology, are we actually paying attention to the data and the privacy that we generate by using apps and by using our softwares.
Everybody is aware that Facebook is up to no good, that Google is up to no good, that all of these companies are really trying to shape and influence not just our societies, but our lives, our buying habits, every kind of general behavior that we have in a deeply targeted and personal way. And it's technology that is enabling this and making it all possible for the first time. Now, again, that hasn't solved the problem, but the first step to solving any problem is we have to create a shared sense of understanding. We need a common set of facts, and today we have that.
Richard Stallman was another highlight. As a responsible member from the Free Software Foundation, he brings the consciousness back to us in regard to what we use and how we code, and are we actually coding for the society in general, or are we doing that for our own benefit? It was a very interesting and very eye-opening talk that I suggest you all to watch.
We don't care whether you pay to get a copy. We care about once you have a copy, does it treat you justly or unjustly? Does it respect your freedom and community? That's what free software means. Or does it crush your freedom and tear apart your community? That's what non-free software does. By the way, please, if you take a photo of me, do not put it in Facebook or Instagram or WhatsApp. It does face recognition, so if you put a photo of somebody into that monster, you're helping that monster track the person. Don't do that to me. You shouldn't do that to your friends. Best of all, don't have an account. Don't be a Zucker. When the users control the program, that's free software. Why is this? Well, what is freedom? It's having control of your own life. Control of the activities you do in your life. But if you use a program to do the activity, control of the activity requires first control of that program. So when the users control the program, that program respects their freedom and community, so it's free software. And if the program controls the users, it's non-free software. Practically speaking, in order for users to have control of the program, they need the four essential freedoms. Freedom 0 is to run the program any way you wish for any purpose. So there are no rules saying you can only use the program for this, not for that. You can only give these commands. You can only run it in that kind of organization. You can no conditions about how you use that program. But that, of course, is not enough. That's just the beginning. Freedom 1 is the freedom to study the program's source code and change it so it does your computing the way you wish. Now, the reason we insist on source code is something a human being can understand. Whereas the executable program is hard even for a programmer to understand, especially once it gets to be a little bit bigger, and if it's a real program with 100 million ones and zeros, understanding it is so hard you would only even think of trying as a last resort. So we shouldn't put users in that position. For them to have control of the program, they've got to have the source code. Well, these two freedoms give each user separately control over the program. This separate control is essential, but it's not enough, because most users are not programmers. They don't know how to read and change source code, and there's no reason why they should know, because There are a lot of things to do in life, and people have different talents. Not everybody would be any good as a programmer, and not everybody's interested. But everybody uses computers, and everybody deserves control over her computing. You'll notice I use singular gender-neutral pronouns. I absolutely refuse to refer to a single person as they.
Another highlight of the day was that Gillian York from the International Freedom Expression, she was speaking about how are we actually interacting with Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and the questionnaires coming up for the regular user. Sometimes we tweet and we say horrible things, but those are perceived as not so horrible just because of the language that we use. It was a very interesting speak.
I knew it growing up as referring to a particular thing, which is the act of partnering groups or individuals, particularly in urban areas, with law enforcement for the purpose of making a neighborhood or community safer. I heard about this a lot growing up. There would be community police actions and community watch networks. But online, community policing is a different thing. It essentially incentivizes snitching. So you're asked to look at what other people are saying, look at what your friends are saying, and then snitch on them, essentially for the profit of a corporation. I know that might sound a little too pithy for some, but that's how I've seen it after looking at this for almost a decade now. And again, Facebook, or whatever platform we're talking about, with more than 2 billion users, how can we call that a community? And so what does that process look like? Of course, you're all familiar with this, you've all seen this, this one's even a meme at this point. But you're basically meant to click this thing, flagging tool, and report the other user for what they've done. You've got all these different options. The first one was from Facebook, the second one from Twitter. Again, I want to reiterate, I think that this system is fundamentally broken, and there's a few reasons why. I've enumerated those, but so what else is there? So we've got the fact that we've got people who are forced to look at these images all day long, usually people in the global south who are being paid at times $1 a day. That's from a Reuters report about Facebook in India specifically. People who are being paid very, very little to look at images and screen them so that you don't have to see them. Then the next thing that we've got is increasing use of automation. Now, does anyone in the room think that that's a good idea to automate these processes? Ooh, wow, okay, I thought that I would see more of that. Okay, so a lot of people do think it's a good idea, particularly to companies, because they've started to automate a lot of these processes. Now, we know that automation works pretty well for some things. It works pretty reasonably well for identifying naked bodies and porn. It works reasonably well for identifying things like flags. So if it's the ISIS flag, you can pretty easily say, oh, yep, that's that. We can hash that and put that in this database and then take it down universally. But it doesn't work so well for text. I don't know if anyone's seen Jigsaw's Perspective API. Love that thing. Basically, has anyone seen it? It's meant to basically judge the civility in comments, and they're encouraging newspapers and other online sites that do comments to use it. But what I've noticed is that if you say something really, really politely, like men are superior to women, it will judge it as very civil. And if you say, wow, this fucking party's great, it will judge it as completely not civil. So I know that's just one example, but text and automation don't work so well together. And so if we're trying to say, oh, well, Twitter should just get rid of all of these people, they should just take care of this, take care of hate speech by using automated processes, it's not going to work so well. You need humans for that.